Hello everyone, my name is Beau Caza and I'm the founder of Green Fork Nutrition, and today we're going to be learning how to make chili. Now, one of the best things about chili is when it's cold out, especially around the fall season, it does tend to warm you up. It's also very healthy. It got lots of vegetables as well as protein, vitamins, and minerals. So we're going to get started. Now, this general batch will produce about 24 cups of chili. It works out to be about 12 cans worth. So if you're going to buy a can in the store, it's going to cost you about $3.29. Now, with that said, with all the ingredients that I purchased here, including the spices and the garlic and the salt and all that stuff, it's basically going to cost you about $17 for the 24 cups. So now that we have the tomatoes in the crock pot, what we're going to do is we're going to add the spices and the salt. It's better to mix in the spices when you have the chili in a liquid base without all the cut vegetables, and that way we can get a really good consistency. Everything's mixed up. Now, jalapenos on the Scoville scale are about 7,500. Scoville scale is what that measures the spiciness. Now, cayenne itself is around 40,000, so I like to use this just because it's kind of in the middle. Now, when it comes to the spicier varieties, you can use habanero. It's about 200,000 on the Scoville scale. And if you want to use ghost peppers, which I may not recommend, it goes up to about 1 million in the Scoville unit scale. Now, what I have over here is I've already prepared the beans that have been soaking for about 8 hours. So I have the 2 cups of kidney beans as well as the 1 cup of black beans. The lentils you don't need to soak just because they do absorb moisture fairly quickly and you can put them in the pot right away. We can also add meat. So a lot of the meat that we produce today are from factory feedlot farms, and what that happens to be is essentially cows are eating unnatural diets. So if you're going to eat meat, especially ground beef, you're going to want to have it local and grass-fed as much as possible. So I have all my ingredients here. I've already pre-washed all my vegetables. It's always important to do so, especially if you're not buying organic, which I certainly would recommend. Now, when I am cutting vegetables, I like to put a wet cloth underneath. It's more of a trade secret. Anyone in a restaurant will know this. And that way it keeps the cutting board stationary so that when you're cutting, you're not going to rock the cutting board and potentially cut yourself. Now, when it comes to chili, you can put really whatever you want in it. You can put carrots as well as onions and mushrooms and things like that. But if you want to say add corn or sweet potato, there's really lots of different ways to make the chili. Now, I tend to leave the skin on the carrots just because you want to keep as much as the vegetable as possible. Skin also has nutrients as well. If you do buy your garlic in the store and it's from countries that aren't local, what's going to happen is they're actually going to radiate the food before it comes in. And so when it radiates, what it's going to do is it's basically going to kill the plant, and you're not going to get all the full nutritional content out of it. Now, I like to use mushrooms in my chili, mainly because they are high in protein as well as fiber, but mushrooms do add a nice taste and texture. You can see there's lots of color in there. One of the reasons why I use the 3 types of different peppers. We also have the okra, the carrots, as well as the 3 types of beans. So we have the kidney beans, the black beans, and the lentils. We have the garlic in there as well, all the spices. Sometimes what I'll do is I'll run the 6-hour setting, and then I'll put on a 10-hour setting before I go to bed, so that when I wake up, the chili's been cooking for about 16 hours. The last thing we're gonna do is just put the lid on, and then we're gonna just let it do its thing. Now that the chili's done, what we're going to do is we're going to figure out a couple ways to add some garnishes to the plate so that it looks really nice. And we're going to add some shredded head leaf lettuce just to add some color. It also adds some crunch to the chili as well. And some freshly diced tomatoes. Just give the rim a little cleanup. And then some shredded beets. And there you go, some fresh chili you can serve to your friends. So everyone, I hope you enjoyed this segment. Once again, my name is Beau Caza, and feel free to check me out anytime at www.greenforknutrition.com. We hope to see you soon. We're going to be doing lots more segments, so please keep in touch.